believe that's everyone. Okay, now it's time to get into why you're really here. Learning about some of the great rescues of recent past and what made them possible. So he goes into this lecture that is actually pretty interesting. He has like news clips, both like newspaper and video clips of the coverage around recent being within the past like 5 to 10 years, like really big rescues where the heroes are able to stop the villains like just in time. He emphasizes a lot on the importance of teamwork, communication, pointing out how like in interviews the heroes involved explain how they were able to work together. It's all pretty interesting. It all boils down to teamwork, communication, and willingness to look beyond what you see. It's easy to get caught up in trying to find the things that we expect to find, but sometimes you have to set those expectations aside and really look at what's around you. And now to some of the other great rescues. For each of these examples, the next few examples he gets, the news headings that he shows have nothing to do with the story that he's talking about. Like, a bunch of villains got together and were going to take out this building downtown. There was something that happened somewhere else. There was almost this armored car heist. And just list a couple other things that you feel like would have been in the news, but they weren't. And he said, the one thing that ties all these things together is they never happened. Because some of the greatest rescues, the best way to save people is to make sure the attack doesn't happen. It's not always possible, but by paying attention to the things around you, you can spot things, spot the signs, and stop the trouble before it can even begin. And to further emphasize this point, we're gonna have a surprise challenge. And you see like a couple of people in the crowd start to get really excited, like, yes!
Oh yeah, I like slam my hands on the desk and I'm like, a surprise challenge! Yes!
I feel like Jenna probably mentioned that they occasionally will throw in challenges that are set up scenarios, typically that happen inside of the building. It tests different skills that are important to being a hero that go beyond just what your super abilities are. So he sends the projector slide scrolling up, and you see there's like several papers plastered on the wall. So on each of these papers is a room number and the information here would have had going into a situation. Take a paper, go to the room number, see if you can figure out what's going to happen before it does. You can work on your own or work in teams. See who gets done first.
When he says teams, I just like immediately reach out and like grab both y'all's arms. Teams.
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is so fun. It's like a preemptive escape room.
I've never done an escape room.
Oh my gosh, they're so stressful.
Glider, you notice there are several people rushing up to get ones because you know different papers have like different colors and might have something to do with the difficulty, and doing something challenging would give you bragging rights.
Oh.
So you gonna run and grab it?
Yeah.
You should recklessly grab the hardest one.
Yeah. Like without even
For
thinking,
that
just grab the
condition,
hardest.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't think because we've already established I can't like speed read.
Yeah.
So I probably
perfect.
don't even notice like the color coordination. I just grab like the one on the farthest right, and like I didn't notice it was like green to yellow to orange to red.
Nice.
Yeah, roll to unleash your powers as you run up to grab it.
I wanna beef it.
Trip over like a couple of desks.
Well, I rolled a 5, so
Oh no!
Oh.
I'm gonna have to get another condition.
Oh no!
Do I just beef it and like fall down the because it's like a oh, what's the word? Like a lecture hall, right?
Yeah, either a lecture hall or a small classroom. So there's probably like a big desk up at the front. Do you want to accidentally crash into this dude's desk and wreck it?
No, I don't want to do that.
Basically, what new condition do you want?
Oh, let's. What are my options?
So your other options are angry, afraid, guilty, or hopeless. You're already insecure. You cannot become more. I mean, conditions-wise, you can't.
I'm gonna crash into his desk and take guilty.
You're so fixated on the paper, you didn't notice until you had the paper that you just obliterated this dude's desk.
Oh.
And it looked like there were a few personal items in there, and he's like, that was unnecessary.
I'm so sorry. I slipped. I wasn't even thinking I was trying to get the thing so we can do the exercise. Oh my god, I can totally fix it. I would just need like a tool belt and a lot of wood glue.
You just go on to your challenge. I'll get someone else to come deal with this.
And I just like I'm at the front of the room and I have the sheet and I'm just like, okay guys, it's room 565. I'll meet you there. And I'm just like leaving.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you see a piece of like wrapping paper stuck to Glider's shoe as she runs away because there was a present he got for someone in there. Just got smashed.
Absolutely devastating.
I promise I'm not trying to wreck Glider. I'm sorry.
What? No, you have nothing to apologize for. That was
Nothing
dice.
to apologize for. This is very.
It's the dice.
It's the dice. The dice tell the story.
So with insecure, you take a -2 to stand in defense or reject what others say about you or the world. And guilty, you take a -2 to provoke someone or assess the situation. Which is going to be very fun. Considering the second you get to the
Great, cool. I obliterate Makeshift's desk, and I leave without you two. Like, you two can meet me there, because I am mortified.
You think we should get something for Glider after today? I feel like they're taking all this pretty hard.
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
Yeah, we can do like pizza.
Yeah, pizza and bubble tea.
Yeah. We should do bubble tea after each of our like big days. That'd be fun. That's like our little team tradition.
I picture you just having this conversation as you walk over and go to the elevator and take the elevator up.
Might even bring her over so she can meet my cat.
That's a big step. I didn't meet your cat for a while.
Yeah. She's having a rough day.
Your cat or Glider? Oh, Glider.
yeah, Dagda's having such a rough day. Couldn't get her tuna thing open. The water dish spilled and her tail got wet.
It's a stay strong. Stay strong.
Yeah, I picture, because since you don't work from home, a lot of the time there's like some of the guys at the bar will like go up and check on your cat sometimes.
Oh yeah, no, she loves the bar rats who like visit.
Yeah. Sometimes people just go up there on their break.
They always bring jerky and she loves it.
So, Glider, you get to the room, and what do you do when you get there? Or do you go straight to the room, or do you get lost?
I take the stairs just so I can be alone for a second. And I'm just like speed staring up the stairs and I'm just like, stupid. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. I ran right through his desk. And like, I get up there first and I'm just like, okay, it's fine. It's first day. Everybody makes mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes on the first day. It's gonna be fine. They're not gonna kick me out. They're not gonna kick me out on the first day. Okay. So I'm like composed, like when y'all get, like obviously not, but obviously trying to be composed by the time y'all get there, and I'm like, I have the sheet, and I'm like, 535, or whatever number I said.
No, we're here. You got it.
Yeah.
All right. Let me just
You okay, kid?
stretches.
Yeah, he doesn't have a desk anymore.
This is a very, very well funded organization. He'll get a brand new desk. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure that's probably not even the first time a desk has been broken.
Yeah, that was like a lecture hall too, so it wasn't even his desk specifically.
Yeah.
He just put his
Sure,
stuff
yeah.
on there.
Yeah, that's probably wasn't his desk per se. Yeah, and you're right. Like, I'm not the first person who's messed up a desk at a superhero school. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so what's our preemptive what's the clues?
We want to keep our eyes open and our ears also open. I'm like toying with an idea, right? Like Marcus is actively looks like thinking about something and goes, Glider, do you want to take point on this rescue operation? I feel like you'd be a good fit for it.
I will remind you, it's not rescuing, it's investigating to see if you can figure out what the crime
Yeah,
is going to be.
Pre-rescue
investigating-
operation, yeah.
Yeah, and you're essentially investigating a made-up villain's lair.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can look in. I can definitely try. And I want to see, did the sheet have any like information on it, or is it just like we have to do the room?
There were a couple of pieces of information. So they noticed that there were a couple of people who seemed to be spending a lot of time in an area where a retired hero lived who no one was supposed to know where that hero lived. So they suspected that those people might be looking for them. They weren't able to get any information on them, but they did track them back to one location. And you would assume that this location, it's described as being in the basement of a building that looks like it had been unoccupied for a while. So the situation that's set up is the villains in this question have basically turned that basement into their lair or base of operations for whatever they're planning on doing, which might not even be related to that hero. They could be casing the area to commit multiple robberies. No one's sure. You just gotta be careful because you don't get to be a superhero without making a lot of enemies, and there's a reason no one's supposed to know where that person lives. And it's probably like a hero from another country.
I'm imagining us all three like putting our heads together, like reading the little prompt sheet about what we're about to walk into.
Yeah. So remember, Glider, I've done hero work for a long time. So if you'd ask me about like specific villains or people that like that kind of information, I would be a good resource. And then Scarlet Sentinel knows a lot about electronics and computers. So if you need to examine anything electronic, it'd be good to tag her in for that. But you know, you're taking point, so you just gotta lead us to victory.
Yeah. Lead you to victory. Okay.
Just take your time and breathe.
Sure.
Yeah.
Hey Marcus, roll to comfort or support someone.
Yeah.
Aw.
So you're
What to
rolling
do?
with mundane.
Oh, I'm bad at that.
Hmm.
This was in my flashcards. Actually, I'm neutral in mundane, so it's not as bad as it could be. But I did read in my flashcards. It's like, oh yeah, if you want to connect with someone, see how they lead. I got a 7.
On a hit, they hear you, they mark potential clear a condition or shift a label if they open up to you.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can try to clear a condition.
Okay.
So do you open up?
Good question.
Kind of skipped that bit in the past, but it doesn't have to be like open up and pour your soul out, but
Yeah.
just
No.
maybe just a little bit.
Yeah, I think like just I realize, yeah, Marcus has been doing this a lot longer, and yes, Scarlet is very skilled. And you're all on my team. And I think I'm just like, yeah, I'm just kind of nervous, first day jitters, and I didn't do as good as I was expecting to do kind of on the first stuff, so I'm just a little kind of thrown off my whole game today. So yeah, we can definitely do this. I can definitely take point. Because I'm like opening the door, because I can investigate really fast. And what do we see when we open the door?
I will say, for clearing a condition, I feel like insecure makes sense to clear.
That's the one I was getting rid of. Yeah.
Yeah. You still feel guilty.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I broke his whole desk.
I just like perfectly split in half.
I did.
Couldn't have been a very well-made desk, considering you're just fast, not super strong.
Yeah.
I hit it just right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was also probably one of those where it was more
Particle
like
board.
a table, so it was made to be light and easy to move.
Yeah. And again, they probably buy these in bulk and get
Because of it.
tons of really good discounts on desks because they keep breaking.
Yeah. He just happened to have a gift stored in there. So roll to assess the situation.
Oh.
As she's stepping in, I put my foot behind her, and I just hold on to the wrapping paper and let it come off of her shoe.
Thank you. I don't notice that. Oh, I can't do my move yet. I have to be like in the room. Here we go. Ooh, okay. That's a 10.
Nice.
Alright. So, while you decide your questions, it feels like you're stepping into a legit basement. They've done real good with prop design in this.
We're on like the 5th floor, and it's just dank.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
The guilty effects assess the situation, so it's an 8. It's not a 10.
Yeah. So you only get to ask one as you're surveying. You can see signs that like there's been stuff, like people have been moving things around down here. Signs that like stuff has been stored down here.
Yeah, I think I was feeling better. I'd cleared my insecurity. I was feeling better, but then Scarlett stepped on that paper and I heard the crinkle, and it just reminded me again that I destroyed his desk. And but yeah, I think we all can go in just carefully. And then I'm like, all right, this is clearly a basement, storage space. There could be anything in here. We don't know what the plan is specifically for this group. We don't know their end game. We just know they've been around. So maybe we can figure out what they're up to and maybe spread out and search a bit. I like look to Marcus like, is that right? Like, is that what we should do?
Yeah, no, you're doing great. You're doing totally fine. Yeah, we'll spread out and reconvene if we see anything weird.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's like a bunch of crates, tables, chairs, and other kind of partially broken, but not as. It's a little bit better condition. It might be like whoever moved in here got rid of some of the broken stuff and brought down something a little better so they could have somewhere to stay while they plot ? So what is your question?
I want to ask, what in here just obviously off the bat is the biggest threat? Like, is there a big flashing light? Is there another bomb? Because they definitely tried to, like, fake bomb us last time.
They love their fake bombs.
They love fake bombs.
So like an ominous computer.
Yeah. A guard dog, like, anything.
As you're looking around, you notice at first you think it's just nothing of importance, then you kind of like do a double take. And it's this list. There's a couple hero names on it. One of them is the retired hero that lived in the neighborhood. There's some scrawled notes of scrawled notes of connections between these people. And there's also a couple where it has written next to them what looks like real names.
Ruh-roh.
I will say, you can assume this is not their actual real names.
Yeah.
They're not outing these heroes.
It's like John Doe and
Mary Sue. John
Bob-
Smith.
John Smith.
Yeah.
Bobson Dugnut.
Jimbo Johnson.
Yeah, so I think we're poking around and I find the list. And I think this place is very conspicuously set up like, ooh, it's a basement. Like like it is like an escape room kind of. So I find the list and I'm like, oh, I found a clue. I found something. Look. And I kind of come back to y'all. So yeah, they were definitely scoping out the retired hero and definitely scoping out, look, their connections and snooping on them, and they know their real names. So something nefarious is afoot.
Yeah. Think they might be trying like a blackmail situation?
Oh, maybe. So I'm not sure if this. I have a beacon move called Straight Up Creepin', where when you scope out a person or place, I get to roll mundane and I get to ask some different questions.
Okay. Let's let the other two have a chance to assess and see if they can gather things, and then we'll come back to that. So
They're just sitting there like, go, Glider, go.
Let
Solve
me do
that
my
mystery.
thing.
So Scarlet and Ruckus, what were the two of you doing while Glider was snooping around before she found that paper with the list?
Did we see any computers or anything in the room? Or anything computer-like?
Roll to assess the situation to see if you can find something to hack.
That's a superior. I got a 10.
Nice. Alright, 10 plus, you get to ask 2.
Yeah.
I'm assuming what here can I use to hack?
Yes. That'd be my first one.
To gather information.
And how could we best end this quickly?
So as you are searching around, you know, it's like some of these crates are on a pallet, so you just, you know, reach under the pallet, see if there's anything like hidden under there, maybe someone dropped something. And you find something smooth and metallic, and you carefully remove it, and it's a little laptop that it was pretty cleverly hidden, but you're able to find a computer that you can hack into. And you're assuming if they hid it, it's probably got important information on it, and you might be able to find some sort of communication to figure out what exactly they're doing. One potential thing you could do to quote-unquote end the threat quickly would be, if it's a real situation, send up an alert to get those heroes to safety. So if you want, if you'll see under wrist pad that it has marked that you're in a challenge, so there are like interactions you can do within the challenge.
Ooh, nice. And Madigan's like all about this. She's like going through the whole thing for the challenge, just like looking at it. It's like, okay. And it's like, in case of this, do alert. And I'm like, okay, we have to do this. And I hit the alert the heroes and enter in their hero names. And like a little brief description of what Glider found.
It's actually a pretty similar setup to what it currently has. It just has marked that it's for the challenge or for the simulation. You assume like this would be what you would have access to normally.
Yeah.
So you alert the list of heroes to a potential threat. So you don't know what the threat is. So I'm at picture like a couple seconds later, there is a response back saying, alert has been sent, can you give us more details? But at the moment, you can't. You need to do more digging. You have been listening to Queen City Supers, a graveyard tape side story using the game Masks. Masks: A New Generation is a superhero role-playing game in which a team of young heroes fights villains, saves lives, and tries to figure out who they are. Featuring Caitlin as Madigan, aka Scarlet Sentinel, the Janus. Jess as Bethany Bertolucci, aka Glider, the Beacon. Ian as Marcus, aka Kid Phoenix, the Doomed. And Brianna Jean as the Keeper and Producer.